Welcome to Pins and Things! Today we're going to be making this super adorable and very inexpensive Cupid costume. So I have my piece of cardboard here and I have measured it out. It's about 20 inches and about 14 inches deep. And I've also made some marks here in the middle at 10 inches just so that I can see where the middle is going to be for his back. This square right here that's been made with 10 inches marked off. So the dimensions of this square is 10 inches by about 14 inches. And this is going to be one wing in here, and the other wing is the exact same size. So the first thing I'm going to do is my wing shape, and I'm going to have it be kind of rounded at the top. So I'm just kind of looking at a picture online and freehanding the shape here to try and emulate it the best I can. And the next thing I'm doing is just drawing out my lines for my other side of the wing. The box is really just for reference so that I make sure that I can make them perfectly even. Now I'm going to cut it out. I'm lining up these marks. And now I'm going to cut out the other wing. So the awesome thing about this project is that I'm finding things that I already had laying around the house. Like I just need cardboard, and then the next thing that I have found that I have is some white tissue paper, and this is from like a present, and I just like to keep all of my old present bags and things, and I just am going to take this now and cover the wing using some hot glue. I'm going to be gluing this onto the cardboard just to kind of cover up the color because I don't want any cardboard brown or any of this train color showing through. So we're just going to cover the whole thing up with some hot glue. It also doesn't have to be pretty just because we will be covering this up with feathers. I feel like I'm in a turkey barn or something. The next thing we're going to do is take our feathers, kind of pick the nice longer ones that aren't too bent and messed up because some of them aren't that great. Okay, so we're going to take these ones. We're going to start a layer that's going to go about a ½ inch off the bottom point, and we're just going to hot glue this first feather on and then putting it kind of at an angle to make it look like it's supposed to be there. Now about a ½ inch, every ½ inch, we're going to continue covering this spot here. So as you can see, I've done the first layer at the very bottom of the wing, and then I've done the second layer all the way across, and then I'm doing the third layer, and that one reaches all the way up to the top. To finish it off, we're going to be putting just the bottom, we're going to be cutting feathers in half and just putting the bottom on the top over the whole top. So I'm finished with the wings. It took a while, but they look so good. Now that they're covered in feathers, I'm actually going to line them up, find the little ridges that make them go together in the right place. And now that they're together, I'm actually going to flip them over. This is going to be the front. So I've got these two edges that I'm lining up, pushing it together as close as I can with all the feathers. And now what I've done is I've taken a little piece of cardboard, and I just found a scrap of material. It doesn't matter because this part won't show when she's wearing it what color it is. Now I'm going to hot glue it down around the edges, and this will just connect the wings. So I'm just taking something sharp. You can use a knife, a nail. I'm just using the end of scissors here and poking a hole through all the different layers now that they're all glued together. And I can tell when it's through because I can feel the scissors over here. I'm going to be making 4 holes, one on each corner. Now I am taking my scissors and I'm poking the elastic through to the other side. Now I'm going to take this and tie it in a knot. That's not going anywhere. Now if you want, you can either leave this, I think I might just cut it a little bit shorter and leave it just the way it is. But I also am going to take my hot glue gun and glue it down. Just give it a little bit more stability there. This is going to go over her arm. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Ta-da! How do I look? I'm wrapping all sorts of cords here. I think they turned out so cute. So just like in elementary school, right? Where you make a little heart for the first time. How adorable. Okay, I'm just gonna cut out the exact same two sides. Ta-da! I'm gonna put the sides in that I drew on so that that won't show up. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the arrow. So this did have a little suction cup thing on the end of it. We just got it at the dollar store. About halfway through is where I stopped the hot glue, and I'm gonna do the same on this side here. Cute, that's adorable. All right, and now to finish it, I'm just gonna go along the edges here and seal them up. You get hit with that and it'll feel good. It's like soft. And then for the bow, we have just bought a black one from the dollar store. And it came with 3 arrows, so if you want to just go to the dollar store, that's where I got this. Then we spray painted it white, and it already had red arrows with it. I just think that's perfect. And then the quickest way to make a headband ever, I've just taken a little bit of elastic, whatever color ribbon you want. I've got red, and I've got my head over here. Come here. What I've done is I've basically put the ribbon where I want it to be, and then turn your head, look over there. I've glued it in about 1 inch on the side and cut it to an arrow. Put the ribbon where I wanted it to be, cut the other side to an arrow, and I'm gonna be gluing that. It needs to be a little bit tighter than her head because it is elastic and you want it to stay on. I think that will fit exactly right there. About 1 inch in on that side too. And I'm just gonna put a little bit of hot glue here. And we're not stretching it out to do this. I'm just setting it down nicely on top and letting it cool, and there's the quickest headband ever. To make the bow that goes on top that looks like this, you take your ribbon and you fold it in 1 loop and go ahead and tack that down. Now I'm gonna make an identical loop the exact same size, so I kind of need to look at it from the top, and I think that looks pretty much the same size, so I'm gonna tack that down now. Now I'm going to do another loop, and it's gonna be smaller than the one on the bottom, about that size, and I'm gonna go ahead and tack that down too. The exact same process, the exact same thing that I did with the last one. Just make sure it looks about the right size and tack it down. And now I'm gonna cut this as close to the middle as I can without having it unattached. And now I'm gonna take my ribbon and put a glue spot right on the back of the bow. And I'm gonna put this ribbon on there, make sure it's in the middle. And now I'm actually not gonna glue on the top part just because I want it to not show through. Sometimes the glue shows through a little bit and it doesn't necessarily look very good. So this is gonna be on the back, and I'm just gonna fold it over the top onto the back, and I'm gonna tack it down on the back again. And now I can cut this part and glue it right onto the headband. Everything put together looks so adorable. So we just finished it off with a little white onesie and an adorable little Valentine's Day skirt. Is that cute? And that's how the wings turned out, and they look so adorable. You can use this exact same pattern and everything, but just make it smaller if you want to do it for like a newborn. So adorable. This whole thing turned out so cute. So make sure to subscribe if you'd like. Also, you can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. If you'd like, you can check out our other Valentine's Day videos over here, or you can see more of my adorable daughter over here on the beach house where we have our daily videos that we put up.